Assalamu alaikum. How is everyone? This is Anas Ahmad, and I welcome you all to this new webinar on fostering storytelling through photography. And we have still have the participants coming in. Mm, let's mm, let's not wait and start now. We've got almost 6 participants. Yeah. So okay, so that's our topic in front of you, fostering storytelling through photography. So today, what we're going to learn by the end of this session, um, the session is going to enable the learners to develop their storytelling abilities with the help of photography. So definitely, you're going to be able to enable your learners to develop storytelling skills. So we have different types of storytelling, but these are very common ones. Uh, written stories, verbal stories, oral story, what we call, and then we have visual stories. But when it comes to storytelling with the help of photography, that's a story with the help of visuals. And when we use the visual to tell the story, I mean, these are not common visuals that you usually download from internet. These are the visuals that you can easily find on Google. Okay, sorry, not Google. Actually, you can easily make on your own. For example, you take photography, photographs, and use those photographs to tell a story. Maybe you visited a place, you went to a picnic point, and you took different photos from the beginning of the journey till the end of the journey. So you just use those photos to start telling the story. Like yesterday, I went to Tharta. We did this, we did that. And then you tell the whole story looking at the pictures. So when you look at the pictures, your memory works well, and definitely. So before I start and give you more details of this idea of using photography for storytelling, okay. So before we start, actually, what I want is what comes in your mind when you see this picture, when you look at this picture. Everybody can just give their comments here. It's a hut. Okay, what area is this? Any guesses? House in Africa? Oh, good answer. Okay, why do you think it's a house in Africa? Why not any other side of the planet? Tharparkar, yeah. This is Tharparkar, which is a part of Sindh. Yes, house in Thar. So do you have an idea how people live there and how people survive in these type of huts? Are these huts comfortable? No convenience, definitely cooler in the hot days. Yeah, definitely it is made of mud, so it keeps the interior side cooler in the hot days. Yeah. So if you've been to this area and if you have taken this photo on your own, you can talk a lot about this picture. But if you have not been to this area and you have not taken this photo on your own, definitely you won't be able to describe it as much as you can if you have taken the photo on your own. Yeah, it doesn't stop water drop. Yes, in the days of rain, it's the rainfall, it's actually very difficult. This is comfortable but facing issues. Yeah, comfortable, but yeah, definitely we do have challenges uh, with this type of hut. Definitely. We don't have water, proper water in the area of Third. Very nice. So let's move forward. Why do we need photography to teach storytelling? If you want to motivate your learners to write or tell stories on their own, what can be the role photography can play to develop a good story? Any ideas? For visual learning, definitely, yeah, the photos will stimulate catching students' attention. Yes, it will be definitely a good idea. To make it interesting, yes, it will become interesting when students, because students love to take photos. They love to go outside, they love to use their mobiles, and they love to take photos. And this important for visual learning and brainstorming. Yes, very nice idea. So that learners can get easily through visualization, a lot to describe in single image. Yes, there is a lot to describe in single image. So there are a lot of benefits that we can get from photos. Usually we can use visuals from Google, but when it comes to using your own photo, you can describe it well. Like we've been to Thar and we took that photo and we knew the surrounding. We don't only know about the photo, we also know about the surroundings, the whole context. So if this photo was taken by you, you know a lot about it. So you can describe it much more. So just like this, do you know we when we go on a picnic point to a, anywhere and we take photos. After coming back, we describe the whole story. We usually do this in Urdu. We show the photos and then we tell the whole story. This is where we did this place, we had this activity, at this place, we saw this. So a lot of things you have to say when you take photos during a journey, and after the journey you tell the story of the whole journey to your friends, fellows, and family members. Yes, for audience we explain with proof. That's a very good idea. Definitely we are bragging, and the other person, the listener, thinks we're just bragging, we're exaggerating. Yeah, but when we show the picture and we really share with them that this is what happened there, look at the picture. So that's a visual proof. Nice idea, Javed Ali. So these are some of the benefits, and many of the benefits who have been told by you. To me, it's more engaging. It helps in developing stories. It stimulates memories because when you look at the photo, a lot of things come in your mind. Maybe when you tell without looking at the picture, you forget things. But with the help of photo, you describe better, and it is easier for the audience as well. Definitely, when they look at the picture, they will have a proper idea of what you're talking about. Because when you're using vocabulary, even descriptive vocabulary, they might be making a visual image of what you want to say. Still, your description might fail to precisely convey what you want to say. A useful tool for informal assessment. of the students' grammar as well. Because, when you ask them to tell a story with the help of photos, let's say you talk about past and they use a story in the past, so they will be using past tense. So it is easier for you to assess their grammar, the past tense, whether they're able to use past tense correctly or not. And they won't know even that they're being assessed, because you will definitely give them a task to tell a story uh, by visiting a place, and the students visit the place, and then they take photos and they come back to class and they share the story using past tense. And then you can informally assess their grammar. Very good connection. And next that we have is actually this kind of meme it is. If you ask the students to describe their daily life with the help of photo, they could say, yeah, my daily life in 2 photos. Huh? They might say, I sleep and I... Can you describe it, by the way? If I say this is my daily life, how would you describe it? Hopefully, it is not my daily life, and hopefully, it is not your daily life. But if it was my daily life, how would you describe this story with the help of these 2 photos? Yeah, present tense. But can you just tell the story of your whole life? You use social media, proper sentences. You use social media and sleep. That's it. My daily routine. I sleep, I wake up, use computer, I sleep again. That's my daily routine. Is that so? You might ask me, when do you take food? When do you eat food? Huh? You might have that question as well. Sorry. So let's start with, okay, let's start with this, my story. I will use this story and definitely I'll be using past tense. You can use present tense as well, depending on the channel, we'll talk about it, but it's just a demo. How students can tell stories with the help of photos. So this year I visited, back in May, I visited Gilgit-Baltistan with SIPD team. We started our journey right from SIPD Rashidabad. I was packing my bags and we were, putting our bags in the backside of the car. Along with me were my colleagues, and we all began our journey right from here. And then on the way to Sucker, we stopped at actually a hotel called Super Medina Restaurant. It's in Moro. So you can see the picture. Just when I looked at the word Moro there, I just remembered, yeah, this is where I stopped. We stopped. So we stopped there, we took tea here, and then we, continued our journey. Uh, and finally, we reached Islamabad, where we were welcomed by SIPD Director Taib Jan. And yes, he welcomed us there. And then we were all, taken to a restaurant where we took lunch there. And then we did visit Islamabad a little bit. We saw, this Faisal Mosque in Islamabad, because we had a day there before we left for Gilgit-Baltistan. Then the journey started for Gilgit-Baltistan. We stayed at Isla in Budgram. Some people would pronounce it Batagram, whatever you say. We stayed there, and I took some photos. And then, on the way to Gilgit-Baltistan, we passed through Kohistan. So this is a beautiful view of Kohistan. Um, there are different areas. So, finally we reached Gilgit-Baltistan, and Gilgit-Baltistan, uh, we visited different schools. It was an exposure visit where we came to know about the school development programs, how those schools improved with the help of PDCN. So we had that exposure with it, and on the way back, we saw a lot of things, a lot of attraction. And one of the photos you could see this one. This is Babusar Top, and fortunately, I was very fortunate, and we were very fortunate, because I would like to include my team as well. We were very fortunate to see the snowfall while coming back. And this is a photo from Naran, where we actually stayed for a night, and then, we had very beautiful time there as well. And look at this photo. This is one of the photos from GB school. And you can see the school surrounded by mountains. So beautifully, constructed. So really I enjoyed seeing all these beauty uh, among the nature and the construction as well. Definitely, I enjoyed learning from other teachers' experience and the students as well. Definitely, we came across very bright students, and definitely they were very sharp and much better. We had a meeting there in one of the schools in Gulmit, and you can see, we talked to the staff of the school, and we talked about the school improvement programs, and definitely the challenges they might face while teaching there. So uh, that was all about my visit actually. So I haven't put many of my pictures. If I wanted, I could have put more pictures, but these are limited photos to just give you an idea how you could develop a story using different photos. And these are my property. I mean, it's SIPD's property, because these photos were taken by SIPD. SIPD, we didn't download these photos from Google. So then we have, I mean, let's talk about other aspects of storytelling. So why encouraging storytelling with the help of photography? These are the areas of grammar that we can definitely assess, and we can definitely help our students practice. They can practice past. So do you remember what tense I was using while explaining or telling my story? Was I using present tense, past tense, or future tense while explaining the whole thing? Past tense, Merunisa says yes. Past tense. Anybody else who would like to add their input? Past tense. Very good. So I use past tense. So we can use present tense as well. For example, you ask your students to go outside and take a photo. And in the photo, there are so many things going on. And your student tell the story in present continuous. Yes. So for example, new student I mean, students go out and take photos and come back and say, outside, some people are doing this, some people are doing that, with the help of picture, photo. So they can practice present tense as well. And definitely future tense, they can practice as well. For example, uh, you want to differentiate between the current condition and the condition that you want in the future. Maybe there is a road that is destroyed outside, okay? And you just take the photo, and then you show a well-constructed road as a model. Okay, and then you say, this is the current condition of the road, and we want to make this road like this. So, inshallah, after 2 years, we'll see this road just like this. There will be a pedestrian bridge, there will be a pavement, there will be blacktopping. So, students can use it for future tense as well. Yes, photography speaks itself, but we want to develop. It's a very nice question. It's a very nice question, Abu Ali. Uh, Photography speaks, photographs speak, like one picture speaks thousands of words, right? So the thing is, when you use photos to tell a story, this is a kind of, helping tool, I would say. You want your students to develop their oral storytelling skills. And students are struggling. They have no idea what to say. They say, yeah, when I come onto the stage, I go blank. My mind goes blank. I do not have public speaking confidence. So definitely I feel pressure and I forget everything. But when you have the photos and you want your learners to improve their oral storytelling skills, so with the help of photos, definitely they will improve their confidence, and the photos will stimulate their memories and they can better tell the stories. With that being said, yes, the photos will themselves be telling a lot about the stories. And as we had the comment from Jahanara, I guess, she said we have the proof as well. The photos can be a proof. Sometimes we say we saw a very big a very big camel. So do you have the photo? Yeah, you have the photo, you can show that. Yeah, I saw something and that is this big. Any other questions? So let's move forward. Okay, let's have an activity and let's get you involved. What do you see in this photo? What do you see in this photo? Please tell me the name of the items that you see in this photo. Shifting materials, very good. Rana Sheikh says, shifting material, chair. Can you tell me story with the pictures only? Uh, I mean, you mean that I should tell a story? I should not tell a story. I just share the picture, and the picture should themselves be actually a story, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. But the thing is, here, our idea is to improve the speaking skills, the storytelling skills with the help of pictures. Pictures, I don't want you to make a story only based on picture. The thing is, pictures should be the helping tool, an easy tool for you to develop a story. Close, office, lion, confused dog. Where is that confused dog? Yeah, here's the confused dog. Is it real or a dummy? Is it real or dummy? It's a dummy. Okay. And there are a lot of things. So with the help, okay, if I'm a teacher, what do I want to teach with the help of this picture? I want to teach nouns, vocabulary, nouns. What am I teaching? I can teach nouns. For example, if I want my student, oh, come on. Okay, if I want my students to improve their vocabulary, they can definitely go outside and take photos of different items and make a vocabulary list based on those items. So yeah, there is furniture, there is um, there are different non-living things. Definitely, we have these non-living things. Yeah, we have a. Can you name this one? What is this? Standing lamp. Very good. So there is wooden material. So a lot of vocabulary you can tell and elicit from your students with the help of photos. So you can ask your students to take photos of anything that they cannot speak in English, and they can check the word for that photo on Google by uploading the photo on Google image, and then they can check the photo. Is that so or not? Should I give you a demo for that? If you want me to check the meaning, a word for the picture on Google. Yeah, a lot of answers are coming. A lot of answers. Can you find thermopole? Can you find a mat? You can find a mattress as well. So one photo shows a lot of vocabulary. So with the help of the photography, students can improve their vocabulary. They can take the photos of the car, different parts of the car, and they can improve the vocabulary that this is my car, this is the bonnet, this is the steering, this is the gear shift, this is an accelerator, this is clutch, this is a brake, and this is the seat, dashboard. All that vocabulary they can improve by taking the photos of those parts of the car. And just like this, you can assign different tasks to your learners so that they can improve. And you can find plastic bags. So a lot of words. I mean, still you're going on with the vocabulary game. So that's the end of today's session. I hope that this small session was helpful for you. And I just wanted to share this idea with you, and you can definitely use this activity uh, to teach. So before we go, before we move, if you have any question, definitely you can ask me. Okay, we have a question here. Let me read it. So what is that? The students best learn the vocabulary when they find the uses of words. What uses examples do you think this picture can describe? Yes, definitely when they look at in this picture, you can ask the students to talk about the purpose of each thing. So let's go back and have a demo. Okay, there is okay, what is this by the way? What is this by the way? I just use my cursor. It's a chair. Okay, why do we use chair? Do we stand on the chair or do we sit on the chair? Sorry, do we stand on the chair or do we sit in the chair? We sit in the chair, okay? We sit in the chair because this chair has two arms. When there is an armchair, we say in the chair. When there is a chair without arms, then we say on the chair. So definitely, with the help of picture, we can teach them the uses of vocabulary as well. So what is this? What is this? This is a lamp, right? So why do we use lamp? This is the purpose of this is to not teach grammar but vocabulary. I told that we can teach vocabulary and grammar both with the help of photography. And I use this picture not to teach grammar but with the purpose of teaching vocabulary. For grammar, I was using the whole story in which there was a series of pictures, not one picture, series of pictures. So there were a lot of photos like the journey, the start of the journey, end of the journey. Okay. What's the connection of this question to this chaos picture containing multiple objects? Okay. So there is no connection. The thing is, you asked me about the uses of every vocabulary that is found in here. So students can understand, I mean, you can tell them the uses of those words, how those words are used, because these are all nouns, so different nouns have different purposes. You can tell the purposes of different nouns to your students, or you can ask your students as well, elicit this from your student, that why do we use chair, why do we use a lamp, why do we use a mattress? So they can use the collocations, they can practice collocation as well. So we sit in a chair, we turn on the lamp, we sleep sleep on the mattress, something like that. Okay. All right. So the thing is, this is just an example, Mahbubali. This is one photo, okay? So you can use any purposeful photo as well. Okay, this is just an example of vocabulary teaching. And then to make connection, definitely you can ask your students to uh, take photos of different items so they can make a vocabulary list with the help of photo. This is my purpose of telling. Okay, so the concrete objects can be captured, but the abstract nouns cannot be captured. Okay, so any other questions? Yeah, the specific picture tell us about the home shifting that was told in the beginning. Okay, so this tell us the beginning actually. In the beginning, you told that it's house shifting. So every stuff is being shifted. So if you want to make connection that way with the in context of house shifting, you could say, yeah, different objects are being shifted to the other homes, and different objects have different purposes. So, and suppose, if we have to unload this truck, and because uh, suppose the truck is overloaded. Let me make the whole context because you asked me for. It's a very nice thing. So let me make a context. So if you want to unload this truck and just want to unload the unnecessary items, which item would you like to unload and why? This could be my question. And then student will definitely think about things which you might not know need in the next new home. Uh, so that those things could be, unloaded and taken later. How do you know it's a room? I think it's a container. Okay, it could be a room, it could be a container as well. So the question is getting a little bit, you know, okay, so there is a beside these examples, can you explain other ideas of storytelling? Yes, so other than telling their journey with the help of photos, the students can go to, for example, how they can talk about processes, how bread is made, how roti is made. Okay, so they can take step-by-step photos. Okay, they go to home, they make a roti, like they tell the first step. The first step is to take the dough, or take the flour, make the dough, then take the photo. Then they flatten the bread, then take the photo, then they cook the roti, take the photo. So they can take the photos of step-by-step processes and then tell the story with the help of present tense. First of all, we take the flour, we add water and ghee to it, and we add some salt as well. And then we make a dough. After that, we we make a dough and we flatten the bread. After flattening it, we put the bread on the on the stove and then on the griddle. After that, we cook it and we flip the roti and then cook it from the other side as well. And then that's how it goes. And the roti is prepared. You can tell the whole story with the help of photos. Yeah, we can tell a story by by showing the maps as well. So there are a lot of ideas that could be taken. For example, if you want to share how steel is made, so you can go to a company, you can send your students to a company and take the photos of the whole process, the beginning process from the raw material to the final product. They can take photos of each step and they can tell you how something is made. So to tell the process of anything, they can definitely use the photos to tell the whole story. Hmm. So that's the end of today's session. Yeah, you can use family photos. You can talk about family photos as well. Uh, like this is my family, this is my uncle, this is my mom, this is this, and they can learn. You can teach the vocabulary related to family tree. That's also a very good idea. You could use it. I hope this helped you all in developing stories with the help of photography. So that's the end of today's session. I hope you have got some ideas. Please don't forget to click on the link that has been given and please give your feedback on this session.